This problem is a very simple but useful problem for you. What we're going to do is calculate the monthly payments required to amortize a loan, in this case a car loan. So what you've done is you have purchased a car. The car costs $15,000. But you've already put $2,000 down, and so you actually are only going to finance a total of $13,000. And you're going to finance that over 5 years. The stated rate on the loan is 4%, which is a very low rate, but again, car loans have had some pretty low teaser rates recently. So a stated rate of 4% a year with monthly payments. So the first payment's going to occur at the end of the month. Question is, what is your monthly payment? All right, well, let's go ahead and move straight to the solution of this. We're going to finance 15,000 minus the amount we put down. We're going to finance 13,000 bucks. We're going to finance it over 5 years at 12 payments per year, one payment a month, which is 60 months. The interest rate is going to be 4% divided by 12, which is 0.333% per month. When we're doing the problem, when we're plugging it into the BAII Plus, we're going to have a present value. This is the amount that you are being loaned, that you're borrowing, of $13,000. The future value is going to be 0 since you don't have a balloon payment. Now notice that many car loans do in fact have balloon payments, and we'll talk about what that'll be in just a second if you happen to have one. And we're going to do the computation, find out that the payment is $239.41. Make sure that's the same as the one that we had on the answer, $239.41. All right, and so let's go ahead and bring up the BAII Plus and do the calculation. So we have 5 times 12, which is 60 months. That's in. We have an interest rate of 4 divided by 12. I just multiplied. Let's try 4 divided by 12. All right, 0.333%, that's the interest rate. We have a present value of $13,000. We have a future value of 0, and be sure to enter that because you might have a future value of something else left in there from a previous calculation. And we want to compute the payment, and we get $239.41. So that's what our payment's going to be every month. Now, just out of curiosity, let's go ahead and see what would happen if we had a balloon payment at the end. So, for example, let's suppose that instead of well, make it like a kind of like a car lease or like an interest-only loan. Suppose that we weren't going to amortize the loan at all, and instead what we were going to do is just pay interest only. In that case, we still have a present value of $13,000. That's how much you're being lent, and we would make it 13,000 negative. That would be our future value. If we compute our payment, notice that it's only 43 bucks a month. Well, that's only the interest on the loan. Of course, after 5 years, you're still owing $13,000, and you have a car that's now 5 years old, and you still owe the same amount on it. Something that's a little more likely, and you could use this calculation to find out whether or not a lease program was a reasonably good deal for you, is to look at the salvage value or the surrender value of the car. So let's imagine in this case that the car's surrender value is going to be, let's see, it's $15,000 is how much the car's worth. Now you put $2,000 down as a security deposit. They actually call that a capital reduction payment. And then suppose that you have the right to surrender it or purchase it at the end of the 5 years for, let's just pick a number, say $6,000. So if your lease allows you to, or requires that you purchase the car if you want to keep it after 5 years for $6,000, that would be our future value. And if we compute the payment then, we find out that our payment is only $148. $148.92. And that's, of course, substantially less than the $239. That's one reason why leases are so attractive, is that at the end of 5 years, you either owe a whole bunch of money, in this case 6,000 bucks, and so you're having to amortize, you're not amortizing the entire cost of the car, or alternately you just surrender the car and you don't have a car at the end of 60 months.